Hedera Hbar. So in this video we are going to be talking about the launch of a pilot and what Hbar Foundation have said in relation to this. We also have an update coming in from Hashpack Wallet as well, and I'm going to be talking all about that and the price action of both Source and of course Hbar. So as you can see in the market, it is currently a Saturday. Everything is in the green. It's doing quite nice on the 6th day out of the 7th day for the week. I mean, so far you can see some of these coins that are up are more than 5%. And for example, XRP is up by 7%. We have Bonk up at 10.6%, Popcat at 14%. And then over here, we also have ALD at 14.9%. If you want daily updates about HBAR, do subscribe to the channel and like the video as well. Currently, we are up by 2.8%. So what is coming in from Hbar Foundation? Well, on the 11th of July, they have said that they will be announcing the launch of the pilot RFP, which otherwise stands for Request for Proposal, process to deliver a more transparent Hedera community supported element to grant giving. So over here, they're going to be actually launching these two RFPs to meet specific ecosystem needs, and developer teams everywhere are invited to apply. So the community is invited to participate in discussion about this, and we have the inaugural RFP pilot lending markets. So we all know about the borrowing and lending that Hbar Foundation have spoken about recently. So we have the credit market development, which are the grants with development milestones, so when they hit a certain point, and the credit market liquidity, which is a new pool for liquidity needs with up to 10 million Hbar available, and this will be topped up based on ecosystem needs, and projects can apply multiple times. And obviously the higher the liquidity, the more increased access for it. So how it all works in general is that the THF issues an RFP outlining ecosystem needs, and then builders apply using the existing grant application, and the reviews submissions and associated community feedback to decide on the grants and how much that they will be. So it seems like as if they are putting more investment into this, and that community engagement is a core focus on this initiative. So of course, do write to them directly on X or any other social media platforms that Hbar Foundation seem to be on. I may have an email, they may not, I'm not quite sure about that. But the benefits of the new RFP process is that we have the increased transparency and clarity, enhanced ecosystem collaboration, and of course diversification of ideas through the broader participation, of course, of the wider community in general. And so that is the reason as to why it is pretty important. But we are going to be having two of these new RFP processes shortly if we are able to do that. So it seems like as if we are pretty much just enhancing that ecosystem in general. So over here from Hashpack Wallet, you can see we have a statement from the CEO saying themselves that when we started Hashpack, we didn't set out to become the leading wallet on Hedera. We simply wanted to create a tool that would make the ecosystem more accessible and user-friendly, of course, to be able to hold Hbar within your wallet. So it seems like if Hashpack are doing pretty well in general, and a lot of people are deciding to choose with them when it comes to investing in Hedera, of course. So you can see over here that they can also get their own token, which is called PAC. But they have actually been doing a pretty good job in general. They have a new token now integrated, which is a PAC, and it is on Hashport. And also they do tend to post some other updates. For example, you'll see over here that they have their iOS app in June, which was just released. And Digital App has also created the world's first digital twin tokenization engine too. And they tokenize the Hashpack app as well. So you have these collectible items, and that is what people can use, which I find pretty good in general. And they do have a few other updates we're just going to look at over here. So we have the Hedera Kimchi, we've got that as the Hashpack community. You'll see over here that they have also spoken about the supply of PAC in general, so the community understands what that is about. And they did allocate 218,245 PAC to Source Swap Labs V2 liquidity pools as part of their reward of the Epoch 18. And they do tend to post some other things as well, such as the fact that Hashpack is more than just a wallet, but of course it is access to Hedera in general. So it's pretty nice to see that we have achieved quite a lot in terms of hashpack. From HBAR Foundation, we also have the team at Bonzo Finance talking about the borrowing. So they're getting ready to launch its lending and borrowing protocol on the Hedera network, following their win of the ETH Denver Hedera Hackathon, which I believe hackathons usually run, I think, probably within a scale of a month or 2 months. And again, this is one of those where it's going to be pretty big when it comes to borrowing and lending. It's only going to increase the liquidity and the pool of that as well. Over here, we're going to have a look at this short video before we have a look at the price action of HBAR, just to understand what Hedera is actually doing and in terms of their network and why they actually stand out more compared to others.
You'll recognize many of the companies that are governing and running nodes of this network and this sustainability. We have the lowest footprint of any network on the market. In fact, per transaction, we're 0.603 kilowatts per hour, versus we're 1,000 times more efficient than the Visa network in how we run. So our governing council, and this makes us really unique from other layer ones, in that these organizations here are the ones that do a few things. One, they run and operate nodes of the network. They sign the transactions on the network. They manage the treasury. They drive the roadmap, right? And all of that, and they manage, the GitHub repos, etc. Why is that important? These are some of the largest multinational companies in the world who are not only building on top of Hedera, but providing this public permission function as to driving what we do next. I mentioned Aberdeen, Boeing, Dell Technologies, just to name a few, Google, FIS, WorldPay, some of the biggest banks, Nomura, Shinhan, Standard, Ubisoft, a gaming company, Wipro, etc. They've chosen to not only build on Hedera, but be a part of how Hedera gets managed. And we continue, so today there's 29 of these logos up here. We're looking and driving towards 39, where 39 is, effectively collusion resistant, along with making sure that the HBAR token is out in the market. HBAR is the native token used to pay for the transaction fees on the network. So we've got 3 transaction types. The consensus service transaction, which costs 1/1000th of a penny. So every time you make a consensus call to validate consensus, write it to the distributed ledger, that's 1/1000th of a penny. The token service, a token can be anything. That's the native service on us. That's 1/10th of a penny. And then the smart contract service, typically around $1 to mint a smart contract and call a smart contract.
So as you heard it from him, he goes to say that Hedera obviously is one of the most efficient energy-wise in terms of the networks, and we've seen it time and time again with the stats as well. So that is pretty nice. Let's have a look at the price action of Source. So today we're currently trading at 61 cents and we are up by 6.58% on the 1-day chart. Volume-wise, we're doing much better now. We are up by 19%. And if I actually have a look at the 7-day chart as well, you see over here that we are up by 16.82%. So we did actually start off the week at 0.05427. Then we went midweek to 0.06366. And of course, on the 1-month chart, this now puts us in a better position because we have basically evened out so far. Looks like as if we're bouncing back from that really bad low of 0.04821. Let's have a look at the price action of HBAR and how we are performing. So we are rank 35. We are up by 2.8% on the 1 day and we're trading at 0.0742. On the 1 week, we are up by a nice 8.5%. And we actually were able to hit 0.789 on the 16th of July when we started at 0.0692 on the 13th. We did come back down a bit to 0.0717, but we've not actually broken below that 7-cent level so far since we actually hit it on the 16th. So a few days later, we're going a bit strong. And the price target that I'm looking at for HBAR in general is at the 8 cents. If we can actually get to 8 cents, then we can find support level at mid 8 cents in general. Guys, if you want daily Hedera HBAR videos, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.